Washington likely to try to boot it deep to get things started. Looks like he's going to bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll run for it. It's Parker. Punches ahead. They'll give him a yard to the 13.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. It's Dampier. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Oh, and on defense, you just got to be able to finish that play. That defender had the football in his hands. He's just got to catch it. That should have been an interception.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. The Utes line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. Wide open, and it's a foot race. A huge return there. Steps out of bounds, but man, did he put his team in great position. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Motion from the wideout. Runs through a tackle. And he was running with authority, especially with that stiff arm for a solid gain on the play. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Williams makes the grab on the left. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. A 3rd and long here. They can pick up the first down without getting the touchdown. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Husky. Quick strike through the air for the score. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. What a grab and what a quick strike for that offense.
And when I'm an offensive coordinator and I see a short field, I'm thinking attack, attack, attack. Go get that touchdown. Take advantage of what the defense gave you. Great job by the offensive coordinator.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Dropping back, it's Dampier. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Makes a grab down the middle. Turning it on. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They didn't quite get organized in time. They'll call a timeout with just 3 seconds remaining on the play clock. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, 2nd and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the 3rd down.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he can't find his man in the end zone as he was trying to pay off this red zone chance.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Thomas looking to fire. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Utes! The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their 2nd drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls, and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Clark. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Makes the quick grab. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
That's reeled in. It's Moss. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. He might want another play. Throwing, Williams. Finds the tight end. Oh, what a cut! Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Washington right back to the line.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You'd throw it to them and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
Complete to the left. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the first down. The Huskies go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They'll move the wide receiver. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. They'll give it to Washington. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Snagged out of the air. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They'll try to run it with Washington. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Huskies. They'll try to add another to their lead.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was Pater.
And the extra point was good. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Utah offense to get this drive started. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Thomas back to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls in.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Back to pass. He lofts one down the sideline. And the incomplete pass, taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
You know the saying, no risk it, no biscuit. If you want big plays on offense, you've got to be able to take shots. They didn't hit that one, but moving ahead in the second half, expect this offense to keep dialing them up.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row. And the Utes will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. He'll field it close to the 50. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O's. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Here's Williams to throw. A shot toward the end zone. Give him 6. Touchdown, Washington. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around and make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
Trying to surprise him with the pass. Fires one high and deep. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Thomas looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Got his man on the right. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. Third down coming. Looking to throw for it. It's complete. Breaks into the open. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
The run inside. It's Parker. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And finally, we see a little bit of that, which we talked about coming into this football game. Like, we highlighted him. He's a really good football player. They're going to feature him. He's going to make big plays. Today, the defense has absolutely shut him down. That was actually his longest carry of the day. They're going to need more of that from this offense.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Thomas back to pass. Fakes to grab. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
When you run your slant route and it's against man-to-man, one thing you know you're going to get is hit. When that wide receiver catches the football, slants don't open up wide open. Linebackers are going to be there, safeties are going to be there, so you got to be able to take that hit and hold on to that football.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
Well, I know he was struggling to get going early in this game. That right there, though, was easily his best run so far. And this is one of the more talented running backs you're going to see in the entire nation. They need more runs like that to get this offense going if they're going to win this game.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll move the tight end. Running behind that left side. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
Got it looking for a first. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They get the conversion there. He used his size and nice moves to get past the chains.
And I like that. Third and short. Find the big fella, the soft hands.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Utah! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Oh, how could that happen? He misses the extra point. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Got the quick completion. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Williams turns it loose. Makes the catch. It's Washington. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. They'll give it to Washington. Hard running there. Oh, he's got some space. He's finally stopped, and not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. Washington stops the clock and uses its first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Huskies will have it 1st and 10. Now from inside the red zone. Makes the grab. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. He wants to change this route. Williams lets it go to the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's at the 50, the 30, he's at the 20. Touchdown, Utes! And they turn it into a defensive score.
And that is such a critical mistake for this offense, man. Such an opportunity to add to the lead, put more points on the board, keep the momentum, but sometimes you just get a little bit too aggressive. And Palmer, they pay for it in a big way.
And that's one where the defense gave up some yards early in the drive, and you're wondering, is the opponent going to score here at the end of the first half? But they're just waiting for one mistake, and they take advantage of the opportunity, jumping that pass in the air, picking it off, taking it all the way to the house, and now taking the lead.
Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors. The Utes will line up to kick off and start the second half. On the move from inside is 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Nine-yard pickup on 1st down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. Right back to it. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the 1st down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Here's a give to Washington. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense, and that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Skips away from pressure. He'll throw it. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
Well, I think this quarterback's got to settle down a little bit, guys. He threw an interception on his first drive out. He almost threw one there. He needs to get comfortable quickly because right now he is not seeing the field.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Pressure coming, and down he goes.
For this defense, man, to get back into the game, we talked about it at half. They got to pressure the quarterback. They got to force some sacks, and they do it. On this first drive, they get to him. They get him on the ground. Nice job by this defense.
He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. So the Utes are ready to begin this drive on offense. And what a drive that was the last time they had it, basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
They're going to ride this running back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Looking to fire. Complete. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And the Utes have this offense rolling. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
The Utes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. Keeps looking downfield. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting him a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. No good. And after the miss, they're still down by a single.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Check. 492 waggle. 492 waggle. Go.
Play fake, Williams. It's complete to the right. Runs through, man. He might have space. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
That's a great example of him understanding where everybody is on the field, because that wasn't the guy he wanted to throw it to, but he knew he was going to get hit. He had to get rid of it quickly, dumped it off, and he let his guy go make a big play for him.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
Washington coming to the line with another first down. Quarterback making adjustments. Off play action on first down. Here's the pressure. Got rid of it just in time. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
Man, I don't know if you want that guy outside the pocket very often because he's so fast and he can do some damage, but they did a nice job containing him. Once he left the pocket, they were ready for it, came to him, he tried to throw the football. Nice hit on the quarterback as he's throwing to force a bad pass.
We've reached the break. It's Washington holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. After swapping into the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
And after that completion, it's decision time now for the head coach. Do you kick a field goal, add to your lead, and make it more difficult on the opposing offense, or do you trust your quarterback to make one more big completion here and ice the game?
They'll go with Washington. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gets the back moving. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. The offense changing the play. Williams on the play fake. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
Finds a tight end down the gut. Picks up enough to give them first and 10 from the 11.
And they did everything right in this 4-minute type situation, trying to bleed the clock. First you get the completion, then you get the first down.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. That's his third score of the game, and he's up to double figures with 10 on the season. And he splits the uprights and pushes the lead to 8 here in the fourth. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. After giving up that score on the last possession, now they need a touchdown and the 2-point conversion to tie things up. Thomas back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Working that left side. An explosive play takes them right outside the red zone, and they've got it 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bray. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
You know, the one thing you can say about this defense, they pursue the football. The first guy might miss, the second guy might miss, but there's going to be more and more hats flying to the ball carrier. You saw it on that play getting a tackle for loss.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Sends it back in motion. Throwing. Williams. Rushes on him. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Into the pile. Maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And I tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Got a man in the middle. It's a game of 1st downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to Washington. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And this defense has got to make a play, right? It's the 4th quarter. We're trailing. You know this offense, they're going to get conservative. They want to eat that clock. You got to bring more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to make plays. Got to get that football back.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback will keep it. Could be an alley. The 20. Inside the touchdown, Huskies. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1. And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15.
And if the defense didn't know, they know now. That QB right there, man, that dude can fly. This offense is so explosive because the guy who gets the football can take off and make big plays at any point on the field, and he shows you how it's done right there.
Here comes the Utah offense to get this drive started. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. They'll run the screen. There he goes. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
A good start by this offense. Something positive on the first play. The drive is good. Listen, the hill is large, right? Like this, we need 2 scores. We got to have 2 touchdowns to get back in this game. We got to be aggressive. We got to take shots, but obviously not put the football at risk.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. And the Utes, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Looking for a crease. It's Bray. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Thomas looking to fire. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there.
And I love the IQ by the defense on that play. Like, understand situational football. They're down by a couple scores. The clock is ticking. They need to make big plays. Nice job playing the deep ball and not giving up anything big.
Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. On third down, he drops to throw. It's complete. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Going to look downfield again. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
To the air on second down. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an L.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. Thomas back to pass. Firing to the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Finds a man on the left. And they'll get the ball back, stopping him short of the first down.
After being stopped there on 4th down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation, put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And, man, it can be dangerous when quarterbacks get outside the pocket. They can stress your defense so bad. You better chase them. You got to keep running as hard as you can and try to get to him before he can throw that football, and especially square those shoulders up. Nice job by the defense continuing to pursue, even though he got outside the pocket.
Timeout called by the Utes. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. It'll be 3rd and long. Quarterback may change this route. Williams from the gun on 3rd down. Finds his big tight end. He's got the first down, and they'll be able to run it out from here.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. And a critical 3rd down here in the 4th quarter. Surprise, surprise. Guess who they go to? That guy.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
3rd and 6 yards to go. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. The give to the right. Stop is made at the 35-yard line. It'll be a 4th down. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. He'll take it on the return. They'll bring him down. The clock is at 0, and that is how this one will wrap up.